If you're like most VCs or platform teams, your network and project management probably live in two places. That's why Getro has built Kanban boards to help you manage your work, manage your projects in a scalable way while keeping data enriched with contact and company data so that as you're working through problems like making intros for talent, sales, sourcing, diligence, fundraising, you can still have all the contact data and manage a project in the same place. So let me walk you through a couple examples of how you might do that. Let's start with a sourcing example. So what I'll do is I'll make a list. And if you're not familiar with lists, this is our ability to create filters and sort through your contact database to identify the right people. Now, once I have that list, it'll appear like this. All you have to do is click Layout, Board, and then you can create your board statuses. So for this, it starts with unassigned, then we'll have someone who's aware of our fund and someone who's ready for investment. And this helps me track if I've spoken to someone, whether I think that they're ready to move forward and start launching their product, getting investment to start scaling, or also telling me if they're just aware that our fund is a good option for them when they're ready for VC investment. Now, another example is across diligence. So as you start to have a specific investment that you're looking to make, let's say, for example, in a mental health app, you might want to speak to psychologists in your network to understand what are the security or liability limitations. Here's a way that you might track how you're having these conversations and if they've been successful in pointing you towards a decision of investment. So again, you go ahead, you build a list, and from that list, you can categorize the individuals by if you've already booked a meeting with them, if they approve of the startup or don't approve of the startup. The next example is community. So as you're starting to build a community of growth leaders in, let's say, maybe a specific city, you might track who's engaged, who's coming to events, and then who are the people that you can actually point to as your advocates? Who are the people that you think will invite other people for you? And this allows you to track those categories really clearly. I also want to call out that you can see those statuses in this view as well. All you have to do is scroll across here and you'll actually see engaged advocate and you can make updates directly. The next example is talent. So in this specific example, I have a portco looking for a back-end software engineer, and I've made this list of software engineers and I'm tracking who have I had intros already that I facilitated to the team, who actually has been hired, and who have I spoken to that I don't think is the right person for an intro for this role. And I can make specific notes on their profile to explain when we talked and what the context was. Another example supporting portcos here is sales, giving access to your network. So if you've got your list of key accounts or key buyers from your portfolio, you put that in a list here and you can track who have you already made a warm intro to, have they successfully completed the meeting, and who's winning and losing across these types of stakeholders to make better introductions for the team. And finally, thinking about next stages of investment, as you think about your peers and other investors, who's ready to partner, who's excited, who has the same thesis, and who maybe isn't a match, whether that's philosophy, thesis, outlook, strategy, location. These are just some examples of ways that you can use Kanban boards to manage projects and understand a funnel of the work that you're doing across your network. You also have this new status field, which lets you manage projects and get the most out of your entire network. We look forward to helping you set these up and build these funnels for your team.